Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, or you find a way to lose. You can also find a way some of these fans are taking to the stupid. Who is old? Because if you listen to some of these fans, they'll tell you that a guy like Lomachenko is old. Anyone who's able to defeat Lomachenko doesn't deserve credit for the win because Lomachenko is old. But then you look at Beterbiev, who's about to be 41? Maybe 41 already. Bivol puts the bing bings on him, and Bivol gets all the praise in the world. But when Gervonta Davis trying to make a fight with Lomachenko, fight didn't even get firmed up. He got raked across the coals. Horrible. Look at Zhilei Zhang. Man's over 40. Zhilei Zhang's been out here putting the bing bings on everybody in the heavyweight division. But Caballero beats him. Some people give Caballero credit. Others saying Caballero's a bum. He beat an old man. But when Zhang's out here tranquilizing Wilder, putting the bing bings on Parker, nobody had anything bad to say. I just don't know what's the motivation when some of these fans decides to either create a video or come out here on social media platforms and comment about fighters and start to talk about age. Because it seems to me that they only see some fighters as old because they dislike a fighter who may have gotten a victory over him, okay? Devin Haney is always underneath the microscope. And I know a lot of people thought Lomachenko beat Devin, but there were a lot of people saying Devin couldn't be the old man, an old broken man, because they felt that Lomachenko has been injury prone. But the reality is this. You want to talk about old fighters? Terence Crawford is up there. He's very close to 40. So what are we going to start saying now if Terence Crawford was to lose? Because right now, Terence Crawford gets all the praise in the world. If someone beats Terence Crawford, are we going to take away from their win and just say, well, he's old now? You got to be fair to these fighters. Because there's nobody in this picture that was Bernard Hopkins' age, when Bernard Hopkins was still out here winning titles. His late 40s. Nobody out here the age of goddamn Antonio Tarver. Antonio Tarver stayed active up into his 50s. I think Antonio Tarver's still active. He just can't get a fight. Roy Jones Jr. We all know Roy's up in his 50s. And Roy's still out here. If he gets an opportunity, he's going to try to fight somebody. That's what you call, in regards to boxing age, old. Zhilei Zhang, yeah, he's up there, but he and Beterbiev are kind of getting up there. But if you're not going to talk about the age when they're getting wins, don't talk about the age when they're taking losses. Larry Holmes was another one. Came back. Out here still putting the bing bings on people. In his 50s. Jack Johnson. Y'all should know who that is. Man fought until his 60s. Now that shit is old. But at a point in time, we got to give all these fighters, if they're active and if they're winning, you got to give them their credit. You got to praise them. But if they're kind of beyond 35 years old, beyond 38, I mean, if they lose, don't start talking about their age, because when they were out there whipping everybody's ass, it wasn't anything that was getting mentioned. really kind of irked me that people were trying to take away from Bivol's win. Talking about Beterbiev is showing that he's slowing down now that he's showing his age, now that he's getting in tough fights and he's not really showing that he's able to recover like he used to. I'm like, I don't know what fight those guys over there in the UK, what was that shit, Talk Sport? I don't know what fight they were watching. I didn't see Beterbiev who was slowing down at all. What I saw happen with Bivol and Beterbiev was Bivol from rounds 3 through 6, he was in bad shape. And Beterbiev like he was going to beat him into submission. But Bivol was able to change gears. Beterbiev wasn't. He wasn't able to come up with anything clever to regain control once Bivol started to shift gears and show that there was levels to his game. Beterbiev just has one gear: seek, destroy, kill. But I didn't. All of a sudden, we're talking about his age. I think that's crazy. Now for Zhilei Zhang, yeah, he lost to Cabello. But don't talk about Zhang got old in the ring. Maybe them body shots had something to do with it. Maybe the fact that Zhang is a damn it 300-pound, 6'6" monster. If he can't pace himself, he tires out. I mean, that's a lot of body to be carrying around. And I rewatched the fight tonight. Zhang had his foot on the gas from the first second of the first round. I think he was just trying to go for the knockout. And he was hitting Cabello with some hard shots. I don't know how Cabello took them shots. But anyway, what we saw is Zhilei Zhang was able to dish it, but he wasn't able to take it. But I didn't see like age showing up in there. He's been having stamina issues for a long time. He's gotten better in older age, bringing on a strength and conditioning coach, a proper nutritionist. Matter of fact, the man almost died because he wasn't drinking enough water. And that was several years ago. So, if anything, he would have fell off back then. That being said, people need to hold their horses. Give fighters credit if they go in and get a victory. Even if they fight somebody who happens to be 35, 38, 40, 41. If that 35, 38, 40, 45, 40, 41-year-old in his last fight had beat a top 10 fighter's ass and they lose in the next fight, he didn't say they won. He didn't mention the age when they were winning. Don't mention the age when they're losing. Knock it off. Keep cool, I'm in the breeze.